Yeah, I've always had a pretty good kick. That's what I rely on all of my races. Wait till the last 200 or 300, kick it in, and hope I catch everybody else that's in front of me.
You're just talking a little bit about you and Jason this year. He's got the best of you most of the season, but you picked a pretty good time to get the win. Can you talk about the dynamic racing with him all year?
It's been back and forth a lot. I mean, he gets out in front of me every time and stays in front and gets a better pace than I do. He doesn't have quite the kick, but what he lacks in his kick, he gains around the track. And like today, we were bump drafting off each other, basically blocking or cutting the wind and everything, and just kept our pace up and managed to get him at the end.
What's it mean to you to get this win the conference championship 3200?
Oh, it means a lot. Finally beat him. Feel like I ran an okay race for getting my cramps and all. Felt like I did pretty good.
I know next week's a bigger race. You expect to be in this one?
I expect to be in there, but it's going to be hard coming out on top on that one.
All right, well, congratulations this afternoon. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
It feels really good. I just needed to adjust some things in my approach. And today, with the wind at my back instead of in my face, it helped a lot.
Talk about high jumping this season. You've seen Parker a little bit, but I know you've been doing pretty well. I guess have you met your goals, or you have some goals left to attain?
I'd like to be able to push it beyond 6'1" and maybe get a medal at state, but that's a ways away.
Right. Hurdles, though. You guys broke your school record on Friday. You broke it again here today. Can you talk about that shuttle hurdle team?
Well, my team is made up of a sophomore, freshman, and 2 juniors, and they're just really good guys, and they've all improved a lot through the season.
Yeah, tell us about the kind of the journey with those guys. Was this the team from the beginning, and how much you guys have improved?
Well, it wasn't the team from the beginning. We had my German exchange brother, Joey, with us for a little bit, but we had to move him to some other events. So we brought in Keegan, who has really made a lot of improvements, especially from last year, and I hope to continue seeing him improve.
All right, congratulations, Sam. Good luck the rest of the meet.
Thank you very much.
I just tried to run my best and get us a little bit of a lead, maybe. Our handoff probably could have been better, but it wasn't awful.
And when you saw, move to Allie here, when you saw kind of Fremont Mills kind of had a decent lead on Bailey there going into that 800, I guess. What were your thoughts when Bailey took the handoff?
Well, I just tried to keep up with her, but I knew that we would do good in the end, so it was going to be okay.
Did you think Bailey was going to come away with that victory, watching the race kind of unfold the way it was going?
Yeah, I think she would have been really close, if anything.
All right, let's move on to Devin Drumagay. Devin, you run the 400, I guess. Talk a little bit about that leg for you, how it felt. And I know it's obvious, nobody likes to run 400s, they're tough, but I guess talk about yours.
It's definitely not my favorite thing, but my goal is always just to keep up with the person in front of me, and on the last stretch, always just to push it and get past that girl.
And like Bailey, she kind of had a little room to make up, I guess. Did you think that this was something that she could pull off and talk about maybe, I guess, why did you have that confidence in her?
I always think Bailey can do it. She always has something left in her, and I know she's always going to try her best. She's not just going to wing it and just...
Now, Bailey, you yourself told me before the run, or after the run, excuse me, that you didn't think you were going to get the victory there. I guess what was going through your head?
I just knew that FM was ahead of us, and there was people coming right behind me, and before the start of the race, I asked all the 800 people how much they run or how fast they run it, and they said a 250, and I was like, well, that's what I kind of run, so I knew I was going to have to pace myself pretty good.
When did you kind of feel like you needed to make that move? I know maybe, were you running behind her just to kind of block that wind a little?
I was trying to catch up to her because the wind was decent on the back stretch, but then in the end I heard Coach and my mom yelling at me, and I was like, well, I need to tell myself I need to go, so I just took the lead.
Congratulations, girls. All right, cool.
Tells me that I've been working hard. Coach has been working us hard. Tupper's pretty fast. That's about it.
What is, I mean, you've raced him a couple times before, and I know it was a close race, but he got you both times. What kind of adjustments? Did you make any adjustments, or what was different here today?
At the beginning of the year, my starts were terrible. I just started out on last, and I had to catch up to everybody. I've been working on my starts really hard in practice.
Kind of different for you to be a 100 runner and then shot put. You finished second place there. You don't see that too often, I guess. Talk about your shot put. What makes you a good shot putter? Is it strength? Is it technique, or what is it?
Honestly, I have no idea. It's just explosiveness, I guess.
For you in that 4x2 as well, I know you guys had a fall down and you're still able to get the victory. So what happened there in that anchor for you?
My team didn't give up after we had the fall. They kept going. That's a big figure in the win. And then I just figured I can catch the East Mills kid in front of us. So,
if you look ahead to next week a little bit, what kind of goals do you have? Are you figuring to be in the same 4 races?
Yes.
What kind of goals do you have?
Qualify for all of them.
All right. Chris, great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm pretty happy about it. Hopefully I can get 4 more next year.
100 was a really close race. You even said you didn't know if you had it or not, and then you win the 2 and the 4. 4 was a tough race as well. 2 is a little more convincingly, and then high jump, of course. I guess take us through your whole day and maybe how you felt in each race and in the high jump.
High jump, I really wanted to go for 5.3, but I've been getting like 5 foot lately, but I got 5.2, so I was pretty happy there. The 100, I kind of messed up coming out of blocks. And wasn't sure who got me or if I won. So then I went to the 400 and was pretty nervous about Kinsey Daffer. Thought she would, I don't know, be really close there, and got her. And then the 2, I wasn't really worried about the 200.
Looking ahead now, I guess, to next week. I mean, are you probably going to do all these same 4 races? 4 events at the districts, or do you know at this point?
I'm not sure.
What are your goals? I mean, I'm sure you'll have the high jump and maybe the 1 and the 2.
Yeah, for sure high jump. I really want to work on that, and the 200. The 1 in the open 4, we're not quite sure. I'm not sure if we want to throw some relays in.
All right, Kelsey, congrats, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
During the 800, goal just to get out there. I had coaches tell me my 1 lap time and supposed to meet a certain time, just about 70. And then just finish, because I know Macy Williams got a heck of a kick. So just finish and get past it. So
400 hurdles is kind of something new for you this year. How have you taken to it so well, and I guess what have you kind of done to just improve yourself throughout the year?
Well, I've had Terry Graham been helping me a lot, actually. So we spend some weekends practicing hurdles, get my steps down. I say after practice work on the hurdles because I needed it. But
400, you finished second to Kelsey Hurley, who now has 11 golds in her, 11 conference golds in her career. And I was just talking to her, and she said she was kind of nervous about the race. And what does that say to you? Maybe striking a little fear into one of the best racers in the history of this conference.
Well, makes me feel kind of good, knowing that she thinks I can be up there, compete with her, which feels great. She's a heck of a runner, which made it fun. But darn it, I didn't get to win, but she's good.
Might have another shot in Underwood next week. I guess tell me about your goals for districts and then maybe the next week after that.
Well, my goals are to stick with Rebecca Topham and stick with Kelsey Hurley in the 400 and just get up there and make it to state, because that's been my goal all year.
Congratulations, Mackenzie, and good luck next week.
Thank you.
Well, a few of my hurdles I had like really bad stutter steps, and I'm just not happy with my performance, but it did get the job done. So.
You've had a lot of wins this year in this event. What is it about, and this is your first year in the event too, so what is it about this event that you've kind of taken to?
Well, I love just getting over like 1 hurdle at a time and just seeing where I am when I finish.
And as far as making yourself better throughout the year, have you seen your times get better, and I guess what have you been doing to get to that?
Just a lot of hurdle work, like form and stuff like that, but yeah, my times have gotten better.
For you looking ahead, I guess I know you're a corner conference champion, so I mean you're feeling great right now. But I guess looking ahead to next week, what are your thoughts in terms of this event or any other event?
Well, I'm just gonna have to do a lot better on my form, but if I can just keep my speed up and keep my form, I should have a pretty good race.
Corner conference champion, what's that feel like? It sound like to you?
It's pretty great. I don't think Nish has had a corner conference champion since Andrew Thompson, I think.
Congratulations, great job.
Thank you.
Yeah. I went through and I thought I've only ran the mile about 3 meets. Started off with a 5:05, then I ran a 5:10, 5:14. I just couldn't bust that 5:05. And then coach came to me at practice yesterday and I asked him what I was running. He said, "We're going to run the mile." I said, "Okay." He's like, "Because there's a trophy on the line." And that's when it all clicked. There's stuff on the line. There's a prize. I got to do something.
That was a great race. Back and forth with you and Haining, and I think the Moss kid from Fremont Mills. Can you kind of take us through that? And I know there was some some stuff going on behind you.
Yeah, we kind of got bunched up, and I stayed in lane 2 because I've had state track experience. And you know you don't want to get in lane 1, otherwise you get in a scuffle with something. And I stayed in lane 2. They kind of went back and forth. And from the get-go, Coach Sears from Sydney and Coach McLean, they were both telling me, just stick with who's in front. Whoever's in front, you can get him. You got big kick. So I listened to the coaches, and it paid off.
I know you won 2 other golds. You got the 800. You were in the 4x8, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, 2 other wins there today. That's a big day for you. Maybe one of the better days for a South Page athlete at Corner Conference track meet in a while. So I guess what does that mean to you?
Well, I knew after last year, me being a single kid from South Page going to state track, Coach kind of told me that anything at the meet that I'm in, relays, opens, it all comes back on me. Like our 4x8, I run a little over a 2 minute, under a 2:10, and everybody else runs just right in between 2:10, 2:20. Coach told me, it's all on you. You got to get us the lead, and we'll keep it. And that's what I do. I get out there, get us 100, sometimes 200 meter lead, and we keep it, which pays off in the long run.
If you look at your district next week, what are some goals that maybe have you looked at the district in terms of some of your events?
Well, I looked at it in terms of my Open 8, and I knew that I'm #1 in the Open 8 in our district right now. And I thought, okay, that's something. Then after running this night, running my PR for the mile, I thought, okay, get home now. I'm going to look on quick stats and see what times are for that, and I may just shoot for doubles at districts. In our 4x8, run our best time tonight, and we're dropping our times quite drastically in that. So we're only 3 seconds behind the #1 leader in our district right now. So if we drop, a couple of us drop it, we should go in that too.
Blake, great job, man.
Thank you.